Lies, lies, and more lies. Danskammer's toxic tales.
Danskammer lie number 1. You need me.
The truth is, we don't need electricity that a new Danskammer would generate. Even with Indian Point closing, we have enough electricity from other sources. We do not need Danskammer, and here's a few reasons why. In 2019, a new 1,100 megawatt gas plant in Dutchess County called Cricket Valley Energy tried to interfere with energy transmission line upgrades for the grid, which would deliver hydropower from further upstate to downstate. The gas plant tried to stop the transmission lines from being built because more clean power will compete with their gas power sales. Then, in October 2020, both CPV, a gas plant located in Orange County, and Cricket Valley filed complaints with the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, also known as FERC. They complained that they're falling short on profits, and they requested that the agency force rule changes because they are having trouble competing with renewables. Danskammer would be entering an already competitive energy market, and the power it wants to produce isn't actually needed. So, these already existing new gas plants in the Hudson Valley are having trouble turning a profit. A new Danskammer would end up a stranded asset that ultimately falls on the taxpayers to deal with. You can think of these gas plants like leeching, grubby, deadbeat boyfriends or girlfriends who tell you that you need them, but the truth is they need you and are desperately clinging to their outdated fossil fuels, trying to delay the inevitable, which is a renewable energy economy and infrastructure. Also part of this lie is the false notion that we need a new Danskammer to replace the Indian Point nuclear power plant as it closes. Check out beyondindianpoint.com to learn more about a campaign advocating for 100% renewable energy and energy efficiency as Indian Point shuts down. There's various reports, including one from physicians, scientists, and engineers for healthy energy, that make it clear we do not need new gas plants to replace Indian Point. Another report showing we don't need more electricity from a new Danskammer comes from the NYSO. NYSO stands for New York Independent Systems Operator, and it's an organization of engineers, operators, economists, and technologists dedicated to a reliable power grid. They manage the flow of electricity throughout New York to ensure it's produced in sufficient quantities and transmitted where it needs to go when it's needed. Even the NYSO has a report that says we don't need a new Danskammer. Renewables and battery storage will fill the gap.
Danskammer lie number 2. Our gas isn't fracked gas.
This Danskammer lie is especially infuriating because it's very obvious. It's not even up for debate. The truth is that the gas burned by Danskammer will come from hydrofracking wells in nearby states. It dismisses the reality of our neighbors in Pennsylvania, whose health, air, and water are being destroyed by the fracking industry in order to sell their natural gas, which ends up being burned by plants like Danskammer. Danskammer says its gas won't be fracked, that it's natural gas from Central Hudson. Well, the truth is, nearly all natural gas in the U.S. is fracked gas. 90% of the gas in New York is fracked. Central Hudson uses gas from Pennsylvania, and some might come from neighboring states like West Virginia. All of the gas is fracked in these places, so Danskammer is lying when they say their gas isn't fracked. You can trace fracked gas on its detrimental journey from drill well to pipeline to compressor station to power plant by checking out the You Are Here map or Scenic Hudson's Cycle of Harm, the Toxic Path of Fracked Gas webinar series. Here you can see Central Hudson's pipeline. You can locate where it connects to other pipelines which are coming from Pennsylvania, and you can explore extensive fracking well maps on fracktracker.org.
Danskammer lie number 3. I'm better for you than those other plants.
Another lie from Danskammer is that the plant will be better for emissions and the environment. While the new plant will be more efficient than older plants in their own application, Danskammer's numbers show that they'll have a drastically high increase in detrimental air emissions as compared to the current Danskammer plant. because the current plant only runs a few days a year. Here's some charts from Scenic Hudson. Based on Danskammer's own numbers, new plant greenhouse gas emissions would increase up to 4,000%, or 40 times more than the current plant's actual average. A new plant would result in about a 25 times more increase of nitrous oxide, particulate matter, and VOCs. These are all hazardous for public health and increase cancer rates, birth defects, and a host of other medical conditions, including respiratory conditions that are being compounded by long-term effects of COVID-19. It's a public health disaster waiting to happen. You can find these graphs and other resources at stoptheplant.org.
Danskammer line number 4. I'll change, I swear. I'll switch to hydrogen.
This is Danskammer's newest lie, which says they will magically switch to using hydrogen after a new plant is built and has been running and retrofitted for gas. The truth is, not a single power plant facility in the U.S. runs on 100% hydrogen. In their application supplement, there's no explanation of how Danskammer will change its infrastructure to transport and use 100% hydrogen, nor is there any timeline to map out how that transition will occur. Danskammer simply states they will create a pilot study on hydrogen technology, but only if their permit is approved. Additionally, there is a huge hydrogen lobby push happening, and there's some connections to the gas industry there. There is a tangled web being weaved around a new technology that isn't going to answer all of our problems and has a slew of its own issues. A little more about hydrogen. There's different kinds of hydrogen, including green, blue, and gray classifications of it. Not all of it is bad, and the technology could come in handy as we transition to a fully renewable energy economy, particularly for certain sectors such as freight trucks, air and marine shipping, and some industrial processes that need high temperature heating, such as steel, glass, and cement manufacturing. However, when it comes to meeting our power grid needs, and when it comes to Danskammer, hydrogen won't be the answer. It's not a new bridge fuel that's going to solve all of our problems. Renewables coupled with battery storage are more suitable, and, most importantly, the technology exists here and now. So, like any toxic relationship, it's best we end it. Time to take the trash out. Rid our community of what does not serve us. It's time to say goodbye to Danskammer.